All right, good afternoon, my crafty friends. How are you today? And once again, I hope you're having a wonderful day. So I'm gonna just wait a couple of minutes, see if anybody pops on, and I'll see if I can get it on my iPad so I can see comments if anybody wants to comment. So just bear with me a couple minutes. And that came on really easy, so looks like we might have a good day today. Who knows, eh? All right, so my name is Judy Menlove, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada. So the weather today is not too bad. It was sunny, but it's getting kind of overcast now, and it is +1. So that's not too bad. But they're calling for another snowstorm this week. We had a snowstorm last week, and now they're calling for another one on Friday. So we will see what happens. All right, so what do we got going on this week? All right, just a reminder, check out the clearance rack. There's still lots of stuff on there. The last chance retiring list is only available until January 4th. So if there's anything there that you want, you might want to get that. There's already quite a few things that have disappeared from that list. So, and once they're gone, they're gone. What else? Oh yeah, just a reminder, although it's not for a couple weeks yet, the new mini catalog and sale-a-bration. So the new mini catalog and sale-a-bration kick in January 5th. And for those of you that aren't familiar with sale-a-bration, basically anything that you order for $60 will get you a free product from the sale-a-bration catalog. All right, so last week I have no idea what I do with it. Anyways, I showed the adorable owls. So this week, I'm going to be playing with this beautifully happy stamp set. Okay, so this is free with a $120 order. So there are quite a few items that are free with a $60 order, and some are free with a $120 order, and this is a $120 order. All right, so, oh, and just a reminder, although I will post that later, I'm going to take next week off. So I just want to veg and relax and enjoy, a bit of the Christmas holidays. So I won't be on next week on the Wednesday at 3 o'clock, but I will be back on January 4th at 3 o'clock. So hope to see you then. And I will post that as a reminder so you're not looking for me. All right, let me get rid of all that. And I think I will try and turn the camera down now. So that's always so much fun. All right, I have to move this whole thing here. So, all right, bear with me a minute. Oh, and let's get that little button there. All right, let's lock this in place, hopefully. There we go. That looks good. Okay. All right, so today, again, like I said, we're going to play with this beautifully happy stamp set. This is sale-a-bration, and again, it's free with a $120 order. So it has this, it's two-step stamping. So it has this beautiful outline flower, and then it has the fill-in part. So all these leaves are on one stamp. These flowers are on one stamp. This is all on one stamp, and these are two different stamps. Actually, these are 3 different stamps. But anyways, the sentiments, you've got sending happy thoughts for a feeling better kind of day, sending happy thoughts for a very happy birthday. Kindness matters, thank you, and you are easy to love. So this is a great free product. All right, so this was so easy to do. I was so impressed. But anyways, I will show you. This may be a quick Wednesday Facebook Live today. So I decided I would try and go with the very vanilla rather than the basic white. So I've got a piece of very vanilla thick cardstock, which comes 11 by 8.5. And I'm just going to put some lights on here. Sorry, guys. So I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm going to cut this at 5.5, again, which is the middle, or half of the 11. And then I'm going to score it at 4.25, which is half of the 8.5. And then I'm just going to fold it, and I will score it with my bone folder as soon as I find the bone folder. But I am going to cut this piece by 4.25 as well, because I don't know why. I shouldn't have done that. I got confused because I was thinking I was going to stamp on this, but I'm not. I'm just stamping on regular very vanilla paper, not the thick. Although you could stamp on the thick if you want. But anyways, okay, so I shouldn't have done that, but I did, so no big deal. All right, so I'm just going to give this a nice burnish with my bone folder. So it's got a nice crease. Okay, and what do we have? Any comments here? Jean says, hi. Hi, Jean. How are you? All right, so I've taken one of my favorite colors, which is the Fresh Freesia, which is only going to be around until the end of April, I think. So I'm really upset about that, but I'm sure whatever new colors they bring in will be lovely. So I have taken the Stitched Greenery die and run this through my cut and emboss machine, okay? And it doesn't cut it, it just gives it all these little lines through it, okay? So I've done that, and I had cut this 1/4 inch smaller. So it was actually 4 inches by 5.25, okay? So I can actually take this and glue this on now if I want to, which I do, so I will. Then I don't have to worry about losing pieces, which I do quite frequently. All right, so we'll put some glue on here. I can't believe Christmas is only a few days away. Oh my goodness, time flies when you're having fun. So yeah, anyways, I wanted to try the Very Vanilla. I just wanted something a little bit softer than white. So I don't know, we'll see what it's like. All right, so that is on there. And now I have a piece of just regular Very Vanilla cardstock. And I'm going to bring my mat in here. And, okay, so I have the big flower here. So I'm going to ink that up in the Memento Black. And because this is a fairly big stamp, I'm taking my ink pad to the stamp rather than the other way around, rather than the stamp to the ink pad. So a lot of times if your stamp is bigger, it's easier to take the stamp pad to the stamp. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Okay. And I'm going to cut this, so I'm not really worried about centering it or anything. That looks pretty good. Okay. Now I've got some Fresh Freesia ink that I'm going to stamp my flowers in. This is a great little stamp set if you don't have a lot of ink pads and stuff, because I'm only using 2 colors. I'm only using the Fresh Freesia and the Granny Apple Green. So as long as you have a green and another color, you can do this. It's so easy. All right, so this is the flower one. Okay, so I'm going to ink that up in the Fresh Freesia. And I have to figure out which way it goes. Yes. All right, and hopefully my head won't be in the way too much. You know what? I think there's a hair on this. All right, there was, so let me ink that up again. That looks better. Okay, so then you're just going to line this flower up and this little flower here, that one there. And I'm kind of, can't get real close because I don't want to hit my head on the camera. So again, if it doesn't line up perfect, it's not going to really matter. So there you go. Now, as you can, hopefully you can see that it's gives it kind of, it's darker here. So it's more of a, I forget what they call that. It doesn't say there. Anyways, it's not solid. It's darker in some spots and lighter in others. So I'm finished with the Fresh Freesia. And then I'm going to take the Granny Apple Green. And here are my leaves. So I'm going to ink my leaves up. You can use any green you want. I just like, I love the Granny Apple Green, so I'm just decided I would do that. And again, you're just going to line that up as best you can. I don't know. That looks pretty good, I guess. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, and then we have this other piece just to color, just to do that. So I'm going to ink that up in the Granny Apple Green as well. And so let me see. Yes. No, let me see. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. So there's this little piece here that will go there. And then you can line up those two there. So just going to see if I can pull this back just a little bit so I can see. And wow, that was pretty much perfect. Who knew, eh? Who knew? Not me. Okay. I'm just going to close this up for a minute. And now I'm going to take my scalloped contour dies, and I'm going to take this one here. Okay. And I'm going to cut it out with that. So I'm just going to run this through my cut and emboss machine. So I will be right back. And because it's square, I'm going to try and cut it on an angle so that the machine doesn't go clunk. Just went a little clunk, not a big clunk. All right. So look how pretty that is. Now, this is still kind of black. I stamped this in the black, but you could stamp it in a more of a beigey color, like crumb cake or something if you wanted. And I do have the light Granny Apple Green blend marker here. So I think I'm just going to put a bit of green on this stem. Not a lot, just a little bit. There we go. That's it. Oh, maybe I'll do this one too while I'm here. All right, that's it. That's okay. So let me put this away. And I don't want that anymore. So what else do I want? Okay, so I'm just going to stamp a little thank you right here. You can put whatever sentiment you would like on here, but I'm just going to use thank you, and I'm going to ink it up in the Fresh Freesia. And I'm just going to put it right here. And there you go. So it's not jumping out at you. It's just soft there. Okay, then I'm going to take this little guy that's got all these little dots on it. Okay, and I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm just going to put some dots here. And again, they're just going to be kind of random. Yeah, we'll just put some over here. And we'll just put a couple down here. There we go. That's it. And next, let me see. I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and color the flowers in. And again, you really can't see this part on camera, which is really too bad. But it just doesn't seem to show up. It just gives it a bit of sparkle. And I just really, really, really like it. So just Just putting that on the flower. You could put on the leaves too, but I'm just going to put on the flower. Okay, there we go. So you can see how easy this card is to put together and how easy the stamp set works. Okay, so in the middle of my flower, oh, here it is. I'm just going to put one of these iridescent rhinestones. So I'm going to get my Take a Pick tool and just one of these little rhinestones. You can color that in, but I thought it might look nice with a little bit of a rhinestone there. Okay. So then we're just, oh yeah, we're going to pop this up on the card. I have no ribbon or anything for this. This is just pretty basic. All right, so this is the end of my dimensionals. You can see I have no more dimensionals on here, but I don't want to throw it out. So I've just cut all these little pieces that are left, and that's fine. That's all you need. Geez, I got little hairs everywhere. And yeah, so you don't want to throw anything out. So we're just going to put these on, use them as dimensionals. Well, they are dimensionals actually, but I'll just put one here. You know what? I'm going to take one of these strips here because you know I like to use lots of dimensionals. And I'm going to put this one in the middle here. And I'm going to take this strip, put it there, and one more in the middle. All right. And then we'll just peel all these off. Da, da, da. So I hope you guys are all ready for Christmas since it's just around the corner. I hope I'm ready. I hope I have everything I need because I don't plan to go to the store anymore. Okay, and we'll just center that. Looks pretty good. All right, and then I thought I would do the inside. Okay, oh, that's too big. Hang on there, let me find a piece. That's too big too. So we're going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. And yes, now you don't have to put an inside piece in, but I do like an inside piece, even if it is the same color. To me, it just finishes it off more, but that's just me. So I've got this little flower here that I'm going to use, and I'm going to ink that up in the black. And I'm just going to put him down in the corner down here, like that. And then I have the flower. Then I'm going to ink up in the Fresh Freesia. And he goes this way, I think. Let me just pull him down for a minute so I can see. I'm not sure if he goes that way or this way. Funny, I can't tell. I think he goes this way. Well, we're going to stamp him and see. Hopefully he goes this way. There we go. And hopefully you can see that too. It's darker here and much lighter here. Okay. And there's a little piece here, just this little stamp that just fills in that part. So what I did with that is I just inked it up a few times and just, I want it a little bit darker than the flower, so I just kept inking it up and putting it on until it got dark. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, and then we have this little piece here, this little stamp that will just do the greenery for that. Oh, I almost inked that in the Fresh Freesia. Oh, Jean hasn't wrapped one gift yet. Well, you better get busy, Jean. Yes, I still use the thick cardstock, whether it be the basic white or whether it be the very vanilla. And yeah, personally, I just find the regular cardstock a little too thin, which is why I use the thicker stuff. But to me, it just a stamp on that, I don't know, it just doesn't look finished to me. But that's just me. You guys do whatever you want, whatever you feel you need to do. The reason I use the thick is because I find when you pick up a thin or a regular basic white or very vanilla, it's very flimsy. I don't like it. So that's why I use the thick, but I always, always, always put an insert in. Always, always, always. And then I'm not going to put anything else in here because it's a thank you card and I don't know what I'm going to do with it at some point. So now you have the option. You can glue this in or you can just leave it there because I don't know if you're going to want to stamp something on there or you're going to want to write something. If you're going to stamp something, you might want to wait before you glue it in. But I'm going to just, I'm going to glue it in because otherwise I'll lose it. So, and then I may write a little note or I may put another stamp on. And then we'll just glue that in like that. And I don't know, to me it just finishes the card, but that's just me. Anyways, I told you it was going to be fast today. So that is my card. I don't think I have anything else to tell you. So, but see how quickly that went together? Like it's, oh, you could make a whole bunch of these and note, I need a Christmas card like this. Something I can just stamp and it's done. So I really like this. Again, this is the Beautifully Happy stamp set. Only available with sale-a-bration, free with a $120 order. You cannot buy this. You have to place an order for $120 and get it for free. So yeah, very quick and pretty. Yep, I'm glad you liked it, Jean. Okay, that's all I got for today. And remember, I won't be here next week. So Merry, Merry Christmas to all of you and Happy New Year. And I hope that Santa is very good to you guys. And I will see you back here on the 4th. All right, you guys have a wonderful week and a wonderful Christmas. All right, bye-bye now.